Good morning, and welcome to another segment of the Werff Report for December 14th. Keep America vigilant to 23. Extortion and more. A whistleblower complaint, which is extensively thorough, accuses Trump prosecutor Jack Smith of coercing false testimony, extortion, bribes, and seeking evidence of corruption by Hillary Clinton from the Russians. He also used people while working at the International Court of Justice to put large amounts of money into a black fund used by the prosecutor's office. Smith is also asking the U.S. Supreme Court to rule on Trump's presidential immunity. The former Italian health minister is now being investigated for murder over the concealment of information from the public related to deaths involving the COVID vaccine. And all House Republicans vote to open a formal impeachment inquiry into fake President Joe Biden. First to Jack Smith, who has filed in the U.S. Supreme Court, completely skipping the appellate court, to have the justices rule on, quote, whether a former president is absolutely immune from federal prosecution for crimes committed while in office. The court has granted Smith's request for expedited consideration and gave Trump attorneys until December 20th to respond. The High Court is set to meet next on January 5th. Meanwhile, John Moynihan, current DEA and other U.S. law enforcement agencies consultant, filed a whistleblower complaint with the Department of Justice Inspector General's office on November 28th, accusing Jack Smith of an extortion scheme while he was working at the International Court of Justice, and it explains a lot about how our corrupt government works in the shadows. The whistleblower is well credited, with 35 years' experience investigating domestic and international money laundering cases, resulting in, quote, indictments, plea agreements, criminal convictions, large-scale seizures of money, and settlements in the billions of dollars. He currently continues to assist the Department of Justice and the Treasury Department in money laundering and other cases, so he's not only credited, but recognized. His complaint includes the affidavits of 4 people with ties to Kosovo, particularly the testimony of a wealthy Albanian businessman, Halit Sahita, also a resident of Spain with Russian and other contacts. Sahita found out about the extortion scheme through a person by the name of Florian, who claimed to be a CIA asset. His real name is Faik Imiri, and he first contacted Sahita in February of 2022. Imiri had a direct relationship with Jack Smith. Imiri directed Sahita to, quote, find Russian oligarchs who are on the U.S. sanction list so they could offer assistance to get them off, or for the oligarchs who were not on the list to keep them off. And they said Trump colluded with the Russians. Through Imiri, Jack Smith began using Sahita in June of 2020, first to, quote, develop a relationship with a Russian businessman, Valery Subotin. The next month, Imiri called and informed him that Jack Smith was, quote, preparing to arrest the entire top government people in Kosovo, and that Jack Smith thought he could help prepare for court proceedings. In August of 2020, Imiri instructed Sahita to contact 3 war criminals in Kosovo, saying that, quote, Jack Smith's office was going to leak dossiers on the 3 individuals, and that Halit's job was to contact them and solicit a bribe. Sahita was accused of botching this task, and in order to, quote, earn the trust of Smith's operation, Halit was asked to donate more than $400,000 to a black fund used by the prosecutor's office. Interesting, right, folks? What exactly do they use this black fund for? Sahita completed the phone call and reportedly received a call from Jack Smith thanking him for it. Next, Sahita's task was to provide false testimony at The Hague against Kosovo's president, Thaki. According to the affidavit, Jack Smith gave Imiri instructions in English. Then Imiri spoke to Sahita in Albanian, and Sahita took notes of the testimony he was to give under questioning by one of Jack Smith's longtime associates, David Harbach. He was later shown a screenshot sent to Imiri from Jack Smith, which read, quote, your Spanish friend has done a good job, with a thumbs up emoji. After returning home, Sahita asked questions about how he was to seek out Russian oligarchs on the sanctions list to offer them assistance, and was told that there were 2 important criteria for the oligarchs. First, they would have to sign a contract to work for the agency and give information about Vladimir Putin. Second, they would have to pay money into the Black Fund for operational expenses. Later, Sahita was arrested and imprisoned in Spain on money laundering and weapons charges, but that didn't cause Jack Smith to distance himself. In fact, it was quite the opposite, and Jack Smith's interest in the Russian oligarchs was then, according to the affidavit, revealed. It involved Hillary Clinton. Want to keep watching? YouTube continues to ban our channel and remove our truthful reporting, previously labeling our content as, quote, harmful to the public. Support us and sign up for full segments at thewerffreport.com, where we can say exactly what we want without the censorship or suppression. Only $6.99 a month or $49.99 a year. You can also take advantage of our current special going on now through Christmas Day by making a one-time donation of $50 or more through the link in the description of this video and receive your choice of either a Werff Report coffee mug, Werff Report tumbler, or a Werff Report t-shirt while supplies last. You will also receive a one-year subscription complimentary to our full segments at thewerffreport.com. We truly can't do this without you, so please support us today. Go to thewerffreport.com to sign up or donate today. God bless you all. God bless President Trump, and God bless America.